What's up, guys? Johnny Chase here. It's the end of the month, so that means pickup video. Time for me to show you all the stuff I got in the month of August as one of them falls and hopefully didn't break. Oh god, that would suck. He's okay. I'll show you who he is in a bit. Okay, so now I'm rep from Game Chasers. That's the way Game Chasing go. So first I'm going to start off with toys, because not a whole lot of them, but enough where I feel I can include them. So, majority of this haul came from a flea market we went to the beginning of the month. It's one of the biggest. We actually didn't even finish it. We got there early in the morning, walked half of the vendors, and we were so exhausted and sunburnt that we couldn't finish it. So, but the stuff we did find was awesome. First off, as far as toys go, I got myself some stuff to add to the Turtle collection. First off, a Kevin Nash figure. No, really, it's a Super Shredder from the TMNT 2 movie. I had this when I was a kid, and I liked this one a hell of a lot better than that weird, non-posable Shredder figure that's out there. But no items or weapons with him. A little bit of damage on his hand, but still, I finally have a Shredder. And speaking of things I finally have, oh man, I finally have Krang. A little bit of damage though to his tentacle, and I was like, I don't care, I just want him. Now the thing is too, the buddy was like, oh sorry I don't have the bubble walker or whatever, and I said, that's okay, I've got his body. He's just like, oh you got a bubble walker? I said, no, I have his body. Like before Thrift Store started upping the price of the turtle figures, I found the body. And I'm like, as soon as I find the brain, then we're all good. So I got the brain. I got Krang's brain, fits on my finger. Let's see if I can do a little... Suck you fool! What fun. Tear my quad and I mutate, it's fine. Usain Bolt couldn't have run those spots faster than Sean did. Alright, so those are my turtle figures. And I actually got new amiibos. So if you were actually following my stream yesterday, twitch.tv/JohnnyLChase, hitbox.tv/JohnnyChase, you know I picked up some new amiibos. This one just fell. I don't know why, because he's so freaking top heavy. But I got these for $5 off of a guy who realizes that amiibos shouldn't be rare. So I got myself a Smash Bowser. Look at him all menacing there with his hand just like, oh, I will crush you. We'll set him over there with the team. I got all my amiibos in front of my second monitor here for streaming. Next up, I got myself a Diddy Kong. Hey, Diddy Kong. Set him over there. And I got a Plankton Luigi. He could almost be that bird that types the keyboard for Homer. Why did I leave you in charge? This is all your fault. Why, you little? So we'll set him there. So we've got currently 9 amiibos. I also picked up another Sonic, but I already have Sonic, so I'm clearing out his data, and actually that's going to be a giveaway for the Extra Life stream. I'm actually piecing stuff together for giveaways, so... actually, before we get into games, I just got a couple Blu-rays. I was watching something, might have been like a top 10 Bond villains or whatever, and it got me going you know what, I want to get some Bond movies again. I haven't watched Bond movies in a while. So while we're at about, this one's got some damage I just noticed, but that's okay. We got For Your Eyes Only, a Roger Moore Bond film. Can't remember who the villain is on this. Maybe if I read the names of the actresses. Nope, no idea. 1981, so this was made a year before I was born. The latest Bond film, Skyfall, which I'm actually really excited for Spectre, because that looks really cool, and Bautista's in it. And I actually just picked this up today because I didn't have it, and hell, why not? The original Terminator. You know? I'll be back in Sarah. Nice night for a walk, eh? Fuck you, asshole. Yeah, those are my Blu-ray. Those are some Blu-rays I picked up. Real cheap. Okay, let's get into portable games first. I actually just picked this up today because the pawn shop I go to that sells games, if it's a known title, they'll put it up and they'll mark it up a little high. If it's something that's either physically damaged or it's shovelware shit, they'll just put it in the bin and have people run through it. So after I finished buying my haul today, I noticed in the corner of my eye this game, and I was just like, what's that doing in there? And I was like, how much? He's like, $2. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll take it. I had to use another debit transaction, but whatnot. And he's like, oh, the only reason we're selling it for this is because the battery cover's missing, and that is Pokemon Pinball and Game Boy Color. Now, the reason for battery cover is that it has a rumble feature, so the ball, when it hits, it will rumble. So, yeah, like for $2, how could you say no? Like, oh, the battery cover's missing. Who cares? You know? And the guy who's looking through this stuff, and he just passed on it, he's like, oh, that goes for like $10 on eBay. I'm like, fuck eBay. Hello? That's the way game chasing go. Where am I setting these stuff? Oh, over here. Hopefully they don't topple over. GBA stuff. Now, these 3 are mine, and the 4th one is the wife's. I will go through the wife's one first. Obviously, she's a Tomb Raider collector, and for some reason didn't have this game in the collection. Tomb Raider: The Prophecy, which I think came out around the same time as Angel of Darkness, I want to say? It's before Legend, I know that. Which he has that on GBA. Sounds like a cat got stuck up a tree. I don't know if you can hear the sirens, but yeah. This is like the main route for like emergency response units. I've got a RPG/card game rolled into one. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Sacred Gods. This is actually a top-down RPG with a card game in it. It actually is the Battle City tournament. And you play a nameless person who, you know, battles Yugi and Tristan and Joey and Kaiba and Merrick. I think I'm pretty sure Merrick's in this. A lot of label damage, pretty dirty, but it does work, so I just tested it out. These two I got on a good deal because they were $10 a piece, and there was like 3 games there. And the girl's like, "Well, if you buy all 3 games, I'll give them to you for $20." And one of them I didn't want. I think it's like Midnight Club 1 or 2 or something. I don't know. But I was like, "Hey, would you do the other 2 for $15? One's got a little bit of label damage too." And she's like, "Yeah, no problem." So the ones I actually ended up getting, this one has like a lot of label damage, but I don't care for label. If it works, it works. I just want to play the game. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. If the light can shine, right? Yeah, there you go. So that was cool. And then this one, I don't see too often, so I picked it up at a good price. Mega Man and Bass Space. Space knowledge. This thing doesn't really like the focus. Here, let me put it in front of my face, maybe. It'll focus better. Oh, you can see, yeah. Oddly enough, this is not a direct port of the Super Nintendo version because it uses PS1 sprites, so that's kind of neat. We'll go through the loan. Oh, actually, there's one movie. Oh, this isn't a Blu-ray, but it's technically a movie, so I decided to get it. Well, I'll have to put it with the Blu-ray anyway. For $2, I couldn't pass up on this, and this is like the 4th time I've owned it. The Rise and Fall of ECW DVD. This is like the best documentary about a company rising and going under that you can catch. They don't talk about the fact that Paul Heyman had to sell the company and file for bankruptcy to make sure that everyone still got money and they didn't lose their house. So I think they came after the fact too, with the Ladies and Gentlemen, My Name's Paul Heyman DVD that came out. Actually, I'll show this off. I bought this for $1. This is pretty sweet. Old TMNT comics. This is like book 2. In full color. Like, awesome artwork. It's by the original guys. You know, all the trolls got their, all have their bandanas the same color. It was well before the death of Shredder. There's some foot soldiers in there. I haven't got around to reading this yet, but for $1, how could you pass this up? How, I say, how? Okay, time to go to NES. First off, there was a couple selling. They had like dust covers for 50 cents. So why not? $2 or $1, and I got some dust sleeves. And I'll put the games that I show you on here. These 2, I think, I got on my local pawn shop. Didn't have them. Keeping the theme with my Blu-ray. Terminator 2. Is it Judgment Day? Yeah, T2 Judgment Day. This is the, I had to drop my desk covers. Pick that up. This is just a side-scrolling action game. And as you can see, made by LGN. Still say that the only good games they ever made or published were the WWF games on Super Nintendo and Maximum Carnage. Separation Anxiety is just a sequel they just farted out. Not really that good of a game. Okay, so that goes in the dust cover. And one of the original Black Box games, which I got running, but I don't know would work or not because I don't have a CRT TV to run it. And that is Gumshoe. You don't know what Gumshoe is? It's a side-scroller, but the character can't jump until you shoot him. And then you shoot other items around him. I actually think that Freakzone Games, the guys that made the AVGN Adventures game on Steam and Nintendo, got the Death Block inspiration from this game because the sprite in this is very, very, very identical. So I remember this fondly as being like a really good game. If I can get a CRT monitor, I will definitely try to do a Let's Play or a stream on this. Especially because like there's a lot of light gun games that I really want to play. So, oh, and also it is the 5-screw edition, so you don't have like the little tabs there. So there's that. And I know I'm a variant whore, so I'm gonna have to find that variant somewhere. Let's get that down the gullet. This I picked up for $1. I don't know if I can get this working or not, but we'll have to wait and see. But why not? It's in the packaging. I got Star Wars Republic Commando. And we're going to open up the insert, show you there. So, what is this game? This is an FPS during the Clone Wars saga of the prequel trilogy. And it's so cool because, like, it takes a lot of inspiration from the Metroid Prime games with, like, the HUD. And you can actually, you have 3 other teammates and you issue commands. Like, they can, defuse bombs or open up doors. I really like this game. This was really, really fun when I played it on the original Xbox. Can't find it on the original Xbox. So I managed to, snag the Windows copy. So it's complete in box. It's got the disc. It's got the book. And for some reason, they opened it up from here, covering up the requirements. Yep, there's the instruction manual, and there's the disc in there. So I'll have to try and install this and see if it'll fire up. Let's go with the one PlayStation game. I got this for $1 because it was in a jewel case. Now, the side of it says Crash Bandicoot Warped, Crash Bandicoot 3. But it's not that. It's actually Spyro, Year of the Dragon. A nice glossy thing. Someone answered me in the comments, why are Spyro games so expensive? Like, they're like 20 and up for these games. Luckily I got this for $1, but like, is it because of Skylanders? I mean, Spyro was only in the first one, in my understanding. It had the subtitle Spyro's Adventure, Skylanders. Is that the reason? I don't know. Tell me down in the comments, because I don't understand why it's so expensive. Let's go now with... Ooh. Yeah. I share my speech. Sega Genesis games. I bought this whole lot for $20. He gave one of them to me for free. And the reason being is that there are no instruction books in all of them. But what I do like about this guy, he was a reseller, but he actually is a decent reseller. So I'll show you. First off, I got Jurassic Park on Genesis. Still think Super Nintendo one's the best one because of the first-person mode. But he has these little tabbies. These are actually the same tabs that I use for my N64 games to label them on the side. But he's got little tabs here that say Works 2013. I haven't tested them out here in 2015, but, it's nice that he does that. Take that price tag off. These boxes are so dirty, but... Yep. Jurassic Park on Genesis in the box. Like I said before, I'm starting to climb my Genesis collection up. He technically gave this one to me for free, but, 20 because both the games I bought were 10. Echo the Dolphin. There we go. I always like these old-style Genesis ones with the grid. I like those labels as opposed to the, the red labels and, some games were blue labeled, but that's cool. I like that. And from Flying Edge, which I guess was a subsidiary of Acclaim or LGN, get this off here. Wow! He originally wanted 23 for this game. Oh, too bad, sucker. I got it from you for 10. That one's really stuck on there, but Super WrestleMania on the Genesis with the Ultimate Warrior. Macho Man Randy Savage. Of course, Redacted's there. And Papa Shango, a.k.a. The Godfather. And you got $1 Million Man in the back. Who else is in this? British Bulldog, IRS, and Shawn Michaels. Before he had the suplex, or before he had the Sweet Chin Music, his finisher is a side suplex. That's kind of weird. Okay, time to go on to Wii games. I actually have some Wii games. I have a new copy of Smash Brothers Brawl for reasons I won't get into them, but anyone in the MOD community, you'll know why. Well, I'll just come out and say it too. Like, I want to play Project M, and you actually need a physical copy of this, and I don't have one, so that's why. And next up, let me take the price tag off here. Forgot to do this earlier. I got the Kirby Stream Collection. This is Dreamland, Dreamland 2, Dreamland 3, Kirby's Adventure, Kirby Superstar, and Kirby 64 Crystal Shards, and some like extra stuff. Plus, the music CD came with it too. There's that CD. Yeah, got a soundtrack with it, and then that. The only thing it doesn't have is the Club Nintendo's on here too. Sorry, it's gone now. So, but got that. I always wanted it. I'm kind of upset I don't have the booklet that came with it, but whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna leave this on here because y'all need to see this. Because here's the problem I'm having with these overpriced stuff. So first off, the game I have, Kirby Return to Dreamland. Check out the price, $24.95. Decent, not $60, not $80. Like, why is this game so expensive? It's because it's a limited print or whatever, and it didn't do so well. Like, take my advice. If you can find it on physical copy for this price, get it. Anything above that, fuck off. Like, seriously. And plus, too, you can get this now on the Wii U Virtual Console for $24.99. So, if you can't find it there, at least get it there if you really want to play it. Also, too, man, Pandora's Tower just got released on that. Nintendo's doing a really bad job of announcing their virtual titles, because I didn't even know this. And a lot of people are, like, I've seen podcasts where people are like, oh, man, this tablet and this system, and no one knows about it. I really wish you could play DS games on it. I'm like, you can. Just go to the store. They're right there. He's like, whatever. Ignorance of some people, I guess. Let's go through Xbox games, because I got a few of them here. So, you won't see this tonight. So, I'll show it to you when you get home, honey. Sorry. Kind of went behind your back and bought this. So, I got Tomb Raider Legend on Xbox. It's one of the versions Melanie doesn't have. That and the GameCube. I think there's 4 or 5 different versions of it, and they're all different for some weird reason, like compression issues or whatever. So, got that. Running up my wrestling collection, we've got Raw 2, featuring Goldberg, Triple H, and the big bad booty daddy Scott Steiner. These games were bad, but they're so good, too. Make some fun videos. I kind of bit myself in the foot on this one. This one will not work on a 360. I actually need to find a original Xbox to play this game now. Because every Xbox game I own is at least backwards compatible. This one's not. Which really sucks because I want to play it. It's WrestleMania 21. I remember getting super hyped for this because I didn't own a PlayStation 2 and the mode, and like I was a big proponent of Xbox Live. And for the first week, this game was so broken that you couldn't log online. Plus, there was like game-breaking glitches. And I imagine as soon as I booted it up, oh my god! As soon as I boot this up on a virtual Xbox, that's the version I'm gonna have because you can't download the updates. We also got Crimson Skies, High Road to Revenge, which was one of the first Xbox Live games ever. It's I think it's a what if, or just like stylistic, World War II plane shooter, which heard is pretty good. I have to give it a try. And because it was a buck, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2X. Like I love the old Tony Hawk games, so why not? We got a big pile going on here right now, so we're almost done. We only got a few games left. Now this, I saw the guys at Screwattack playing this when the Midway Kickstarter was going on, and this was the only game I didn't have. I had 1, I had 2, and I didn't have 3, which is full of racing games. But everywhere I looked was like $10, and there was like one that was brand new for $10, and I was just like, oh, I gotta pony up $10 for this game? Then I found it in my local Goodwill for $3, so I saved myself some money. That game is Midway Arcade Treasures 3. So this is a bunch of old racing games on here, like a lot of San Francisco Rush, Hydro Thunder's on here, and Race Driving, which is the arcade cabinet was like you sat down, you actually had to turn the key and pop a clutch for ignition. Oh man, like it was so much fun. Stunt Runner 2. The controller for that was right cool too, because it was like the old Star Wars arcade controls. So like you push forward, pull back, go left and right. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Now moving on to more PlayStation 2. I forgot I bought this. Oh, I got this too now. Mortal Kombat Deception, one of the 3D Mortal Kombats, which wasn't all that good, but this one actually has the Conquest mode, which I think will make a fun LP. Chess mode, where you move chess pieces and then you go into a fighting game. And then it's got Puzzle Combat, and Puzzle Combat I thought was pretty fun. You saw me last time with Mr. Mosquito and the IDOS Fresh games. I found another one of them for $3. Mad Maestro. So this is just basically a music game where you flick your stick back and forth and to the rhythm of music, and this is really, really, really good. I only have like the one Fresh game left with this weird yellow label, and I think it's like Legaia 2, I want to say? Action RPG. On the lookout for it. These two I just picked up today, and I can't wait to play them. So I've got Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi, which is the first in the series where they did away with the straight 2D, pseudo 3D fighting games, and this is just full 3D, like you're flying around, you're doing all the stuff. Kind of like the way that they do with Xenoverse. And I looked on the back here and I'm like, oh, Janemba's in this. 57 unique characters in 87 powerful forms. But I actually have Budokai Tenkaichi 3, which I'm still trying to get everyone unlocked, that has, if the character has thrown a punch, if they have flown, if they've ever drawn energy, they're in the game. So, there's that. But Budokai Tenkaichi I wanted to pick up and give it a try. Lastly, for PlayStation 2, this is a hidden gem in my opinion, and more people need to know about this. There was actually an Xbox version there, but they want way more for it because Xbox One games that are not sports games are harder to find around here. I'll take this off here. And that's from Namco, I Ninja. The premise of this is you're like a little super deformed ninja, and you end up killing your sensei in the first minute, and his ghost follows you around to teach you like new abilities. And from what I've seen, and I played a demo of it years ago, it looks a lot of fun, so I'm really looking forward to doing something with that. Last game, the lone GameCube game, I had to pick it up. Legends of Wrestling 2. With Redacted there. We also got Bruno Sammartino, Andre the Giant. Well, these two rest in peace. Not Bruno. Bruno's still alive. Roddy Piper, Jerry the King Lawler, Bret the Hitman Hart, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, and Psycho Sid. You also got some tag team moves in there. Oh yeah, Andy Kaufman's in this game. Yeah, you can reenact the Memphis fight. One last thing, and I'm just going to touch on it really quickly because I've been inspired to do a full video on this. So this, oh, you want to come along too? That's fine. This is the Game Zone 2. So what this is. It is obviously molded from Xbox S controller, but it's got like 70 or so NES games built in here. A lot of rare ones too, like Contra Force. Actually, I think it has the Famicom version of Contra on here. And the oddest hack of Mario Brothers you will ever see. But I'm going to say all that. I'm actually going to see if this works too, because I had one of these before, it was in black, and I don't know if, because this is supposed to, there's light gun games on here too. So either you plugged in like a light gun in here, or you would use this, and I don't even think this works. We'll test it out. But expect a full video about this, because I got a lot to say about stuff like that, so. Holy crap, that's a lot of games. I gotta get to rearranging these now. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you in September for another pickups video. Later.